Good morning, YouTube. So it's time again. It's morning. It's right after 6. Went up 5:30. Did some chores. Managed to get my girlfriend with me, and so we're gonna go and train. Today I have legs, which I'm actually gonna probably do a little bit lighter weights on the barbell this time, because after last time I could feel a little soreness in my lower back. I think it's from an injury that I had way back that kind of set me back a few years. So I'm going to, and I also found is so I'm also going to do a longer warm-up, which I'm actually going to show this time. And I found the back racing thingy that you saw in the last video of my pull day, so I'm going to utilize that one more. And same schedule for this time: deadlift, squats, and then tight leg press, and then I will do some more back races. I'm gonna do back races basically on leg day and pull day, and hopefully build up my core, faster. And we'll see if we do some crunches or so. We're a little bit later than we'd hope to be, and I gotta be in school in not too long, so I've got to get this gym session in and then get going. Alright, so let's do this. The warm-up is here. I'm doing the side rolling leg races, whatever you want to call them, in the beginning, because I find this to be the least stressing movement of the day, which is what I want to use to, slowly warm myself up and make sure that my body can take more and more. So I usually go bent legs first, and then now I try to extend my legs. I'm still not as flexible and strong in my core so that I can go, super strict, like 90 degrees straight legs angle. But these two are really good. I do about 10 to each side, so about 20 in total. And this gets my back, the first warm-up that I really need. And then I do the cat dog, I believe it's called. I find this stretch to be really nice for my spine and my back. It really helps me target all the weight, down from my lower back, like my tailbone up to my neck. And one time up, one time down is pretty much one rep, and I do 10 of these. And I feel like the more time I put into warm up, the more thought I put into the warm up, the more I get out of it. So then I just try to do side twists, to activate the muscles and the stuff like that around. But as I said, the more thought I put into the warm up, not purely the time, is going to help me tremendously when it comes to my lifts. So everything I do with my warm-up has some kind of purpose, and the rolling bar here is obviously a really nice one. Obviously I clean it after, and so that this is the last thing I do with my warm-up. Is basically back races, and I think back races is a pretty interesting thing because it will look differently for most people. I do it in a way. At the beginning of the workout, I try to make sure that the back raise hits both legs and back to the point where I can still feel it, hitting my back. But at the end of the warm-up, at the end of the workout, I'm going to do it again, and by that time, my legs are going to be so crushed, I'm going to have another, movement pattern, so it's only hit my back. So, and I like to deadlift without shoes because it gives me more like the flat angle. First here, I'm just doing the movement to see how it feels. I go down, and I try to remember the feeling that I get at the bottom position and see how my back look. And if it looks okay, then I'll just go. So here's about 60 kilos. It's my first real set, and or if it was a second set, doesn't matter. I keep looking a lot just to make sure that I'm keeping good form, because I want to make sure that the form gets imprinted into my spine so that I can keep the good form when I'm pushing, the higher weights towards failure and stuff like that in the future. I don't want the form to be, so volatile that I lose it and injure myself, and I'll be able
I will have to refrain from training for a long while. So when I'm doing these kind of deadlifts, it's really between 8 to 12 reps. The first set is usually 12 reps because it's not going to be a heavy weight for me. This is the second time doing deadlifts, so 60 kilos is not super easy, but it's easy enough to do 12 reps. So here I think it's like 70 kilos, yeah, and banging that up pretty easily. But as I said, the first workouts are just going to be about form. I would say that I don't really like myself going too close to the legs because it gives that that bar a little curve in its trajectory when it goes up and down. But the weights are fairly small, so it's not going to injure me. And it's good that I can see this and feedback myself and change it for future workouts. So after 5 sets of deadlift, it was time for squat, and this is the first set of squats, just feeling it out. I'm doing a little bit lower bar squat now, low bar, because I'm so unflexible. It's going to help me to decrease the need of having my back straighten up. So this one is probably the easier way to squat, and for now it's the way I'm gonna go about it. Further down the road, when I'm more flexible and stronger, I'm gonna see if I can move the bar up a little bit and just maybe go down on the weights and start over a bit. But for now, since my back hurt last time I did the squat, this is fine for me. It's just a journey of small improvements every now and then. So, and I think this is like the 50 kilo, yeah, pretty much. So 50 kilo squat, ramping it up slowly. I don't want to rush it. And I would say here, the bar trajectory is pretty good. It's going pretty much straight up and down, which is what you want. And I'm still able to extend my legs at the top. I'm going low enough. My hips are pretty much in the same position as or the same height as my knees, which is like the requirement for squats. And here I try to go with 70 kilos. And since I'm able to feel the movement, I remember to feel that, this movement feels right. And putting the bar down a little bit, I'm able to push my leg muscles in this exercise now and not feel my lower back as much. I think it's really different that important, that you really realize that you are different to everyone else, and just find what works for you in the beginning. At the beginning, it's not about having the optimal way of working out. It's about getting, to the gym at all. And once you've done it for like half a year, then sure, you can start improving things, like small things with the form, and optimize your schedule. But before that, you really shouldn't stress it. I also like my pauses at the bottom. It makes me feel more stable, even though it's a lot harder. And the last leg exercise. So after 4 sets of squats, I do 3 sets of leg press. I try to go as low as I can without my back hurting. And I try to keep my legs fairly tight so that I can work on my quads more, because the other exercises are going to be more glute dominant. And here I just try to bang out about 8 to 12 reps, and it's really just giving out whatever is left in my legs. And I feel this is a lot safer movement than deadlifts and squats, so it's a good way to end my leg day. I would not start with leg press. And here we are with the last exercise at all, or the last exercise of them all. It is just lower back raises, and if you can see, I'm having a slightly different bend on my back than in the beginning. And here it's going to target my lower back more, because I don't really... sorry guys. I don't really need to target my legs as much, because they're already warmed up and I'm not going to use them. So I'm just going to cram out all I have left in my lower back. Boom.
So we're on our way back. We're pretty much home now. That was an awesome leg day. I'm really happy with it. I don't have as much sore pain in my back. I can't feel it at all. Not in a bad way. So really happy about my back. I was able to put the squat bar or the barbell further down my back, and so that it helped me with my angles as I'm not as flexible. And so as time goes on, I'm gonna be able to be more flexible. I'll be able to roll the bar up for perfect form. But also remember that when you train and you work out, all of our bodies are differently built. So you must adapt your working out, your training to your own body. So if you have an idol that does a certain type of deadlift, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are able to, you know, do the same kind of lift in the same way. You might have to modify it a little bit to suit you. But all in all, I'm really happy. I was squatting and deadlifting the same weight, but I'm building it up slowly. So I think I was on my squat limit for now, but I had 5-10 kilos more on each side to put on the deadlift left before I would hit my limit. The leg press was amazing. At the end of it, I felt that it's not like I went to failure, but my legs was just so sore. Lower back raises, oh, I like this leg day. It was short. I was done within an hour. So now I've done my shower. I'm just gonna go in, take a protein shake and go to school. So that's basically it for this workout. And thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. And tomorrow it's push day. So push, leg, push, pull. Leg is done. Tomorrow is push. Day after that we do pull. All right, see you then. Bye.